Hey, hello, and welcome to my front porch jam in the dark. What the heck? Okay, hold on. Let's make a little adjustment there. How about that? Okay, turn the lights on. I don't know what happened. I had a hard crash a minute ago. Hard lockup. Completely frozen. So, I was getting ready to play the most amazing version of Blue Monday by New Order. I looked over, computer was hard locked. So what the heck? Anyways, welcome to my front porch jam. Hope you're having a good evening. I am. It's been an awesome Sunday. Got a lot of work done, which is usually one way that I judge my Sundays. That I enjoy, of course, and it was so good. Should have mowed the yard for the last time for the year, I hope. But you never know because it's going to be 87 on Tuesday. So it's hotter than than summer's supposed to be, and it's fall and it's October. And anyways, that's how that goes. But like I said, I'm going to work on Blue Monday by New Order. So it's. Uh-oh, messed one up, huh? Good thing I'm warming up now. So, anyways, we'll take a look at the chords on this. It's a fun song. There's something to note about this song right off the bat. And that is, as soon as I bring the chords up here, that is that this song does not follow the standard verse, chorus, bridge, so on and so forth pattern. It plays the same chords over and over in a loop all the way through. So it's plays that 3 times, then on the last one it's very iconic chord progression that's can be recognized very quickly and easily, but it is unusual in that respect. So anyways, the chords are linked up there for you in the description, so you can go through and call those up and play along later, play along now, whatever you want to do, and it has them all charted out. One thing I will note is that due to the way the single is constructed, we'll talk about the single after we jam it for a little bit. Due to the way the song is constructed and the electronic effects and stuff like that, this is a sort of shortened version that follows the same pattern overall of the song. But if you play along with the song, you'll have to extend some parts and things like that. But, I mean, it just keeps repeating the same thing, so it's not exactly all that difficult to do that. So, got that. Then I want to also point out to you that you have the chord charts available in Guitar Chalk. So if I go over to Guitar Chalk and call that up, just as a reminder, you can go over here to Guitar Chalk. The link is in the description, and you can go in here and you can call up chords, and it will tell you how to play each and every one of those. All you have to do is go here, click on the chord that you want. We'll do a D, do the D minor. There's the D minor. It even tells you what fingers to use. 1, 2, 3. So I hit the strings. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So makes that nice and easy, right? All right. I feel like my camera's in a weird position. I had to move some things around today, and now my camera is kind of in a weird spot. Also, I need to get a footstool of some kind because I use a. I'm embarrassed to say I have a telescope inside a bag that I got at Goodwill for one of my shows one time. Never used it for anything, and but I'm using it now for a footrest. So it goes to show that you should never throw anything away ever, and just keep it piled up, and you might use it someday. So now I do throw stuff away sometimes. So just saying. Now I'm not a hoarder or anything. I don't want to give anybody the wrong idea, especially if you're watching this video. You might think that stuff is piled to the ceiling around here. That is not true. It's actually quite neat and orderly around here, but But I do certainly hang on to things. And here's Diesel. Diesel, get over here. Come here. All right. Well, anyways, I thought Diesel might make an appearance, but he's not a big fan of guitar. That's all right, though. We won't hold that against him. All right, let's go ahead and give this a try in deep voice. So it's, how does it feel? Okay, maybe not that deep, but you get the idea. How does it feel to treat me like you do? You lay your hands upon me and told me who you are. Thought I was mistaken, thought I heard your words. Tell me, how do I feel? Tell me now, how do I feel? For those who came before me lived through their vocation, from the past until completion, they'll turn away no more. I still find it so hard to say what I need to say, but I'm quite sure that you'll tell me just how I should feel today. I see a ship in the harbor, I can in shallow bay. If it wasn't for your misfortunes, I'd be a heavenly person today. And I thought I was mistaken, and I thought I heard you speak. Tell me, how do I feel? Tell me, how should I feel? Now I stand here waiting. Tell me, how does it feel when your heart grows cold? Yeah. So, nice and easy. Feel like went through that, and it's short and sweet, and my challenge to you, of course, is to play it better, sing it better, and I always like to say I didn't do my pre-song speech that I usually give, but my pre-song speech is normally that on Front Porch Jams, we are just jamming. These are very minimally rehearsed in advance. There are some chords missed, some strings missed, so on and so forth, and flub some chords and things like that every time. But that's okay, because this is just jamming, just showing you how it's done in terms of playing the song, my interpretation of the song. So you've got my version of it there for recorded for posterity. So with that said, I have a few notes as usual about the band and the song. So let's go ahead and share those, and then we will call it a night. I was going to do 2 songs tonight, but I think I'll just do one and do another one tomorrow night, because I got to tie up some loose ends before I hit the sack. I'm going to try to get to bed early tonight and get some rest, because I stayed up way too late last night. So anyways, this tends to happen on a Saturday, I guess. But anyways, New Order were an English rock band. They were formed in 1980 by vocalist and guitarist Bernard Sumner and bassist Peter Hook and drummer Stephen Morris. They regrouped after the disbandment of their previous band, Joy Division, due to the unfortunate suicide of their lead singer Ian Curtis. So with this song, it was released in 1983, and it became the best-selling 12-inch single of all time and a popular club track. And as far as I know, it still is. You may not be surprised by this, but I haven't really been to a club for a number of years. But I'm assuming it still is, because last time I was in a club, it was still relevant. So I'm assuming it still is. It's, like I said, best-selling 12-inch of all time. In the UK, it sold 1.16 million copies in all formats. And there was an 88 and a 1995 re-release of the song. Sales of the original, I'm sorry. I told you guys before that I have a cheat sheet over here because I don't remember all this stuff about Blue Monday. Sadly, I wish I did, but I don't remember all these things. One thing that's very interesting about this, first of all, made the top 10 in many countries. Reached number 9 in the UK singles charts and spent 38 weeks in the top 75 and spent 186 weeks on the independent singles chart. So very impressive. It is a song that had a lot of electronic work done on it, but interestingly enough, the technology they had available at that time was quite bulky and primitive compared to what we have now. Now my laptop can do probably 100 times more than what they had in big bulky equipment in rooms with patch cables and things like that. But when they wrote it, it's a synth bass line on a Moog source, and it is sequenced on a sequencer built by the lead singer. Okay, so an Oberheim DMX drum machine was used. The kick drum was recorded by playing through a studio monitor to capture the reverb in the room. So it was electronic drum sound, but they mic'd it, made it sound like a live drum. They used a early sampler called an Emulator 1 and sampled choir sounds from Kraftwerk's Uranium. And they learned to use the sampler by spending hours of recording. So a lot of practice. So they did this before the advent of MIDI, and so that something that is a standard now that you could not count on at that time. They used an engineered circuit to synchronize the synthesizers and the drum machine. So actually something that was created for this, and so then it had and it apparently according to what I have here, that it was programmed using binary code, which is interesting. So he apparently it was written out on a long sequence of paper, and then when they did that, they added an extra rest by mistake, and it threw things slightly out of time. But they thought it sounded cool in the song, so they just left it that way throughout. So there's a little sort of skip there in the timing in the song, and that's what that is. It was an accident, and they left it in. So kind of cool to know that. And the last note was just that it does not feature the standard verse, chorus, bridge, so on format. So that's good and bad, because you might think, well, it's an easier, but the thing is, it's one of the things where it's not hard for your mind to drift a bit. So there's that. And they're kind of looking off this way, like that. And then, it's also easy, or it's also very, very obvious if you miss a chord or something. So if if you're playing and you're like, so which I've been known to do. But again, jamming on the front porch, different standard, just having some fun. If you're going to play it on stage, rehearse it 75 times, and then go up there and do it. If you're going to do it on your front porch, run through it a half a dozen times or so, and get out here and do it and jam along. So having some fun. So anyways, I'm going to go and do Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode next, although not tonight. I'm going to probably do that tomorrow night. And then I'm going to move on to, I said for every 2 old songs, I would do 1 contemporary song. So I think I'm going to do Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo this week, in addition to the Depeche Mode song. So sounds like a plan. Anyways, have a good night. It looks like we got through this without a major technical issue. Fortunately, because like I said, we had a hard lock crash on the first go round. So, but I think we're good. So anyways, have a good night. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.